Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review, series videos I do for the while. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. This is a place I've been meaning to review for a long time, and I just kept forgetting about it. But that all ends today. We'll get to that, though. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? Well, it happens to be my Boom! My Okilly Dokilly shirt. And the design on the back is really cool. You're just going to have to believe me. It's one of those things where it's like I bought the shirt based on the design, not realizing it was the back design. But it is still a really cool shirt. If you're unfamiliar with the band Okilly Dokilly, they are a Ned Flanders themed metal band. Although I suppose it's probably a bit more apt to refer to them as were at this point, because I think they're pretty much on indefinite hiatus. But yeah, they broke out, like, at the time I'm doing this, I don't know, maybe like something like 6-7 years ago. They, sparked quite a bit of hubbub on the internet because it's a fucking Ned Flanders metal band. And, all the guys dress up like Ned Flanders. They have, like, all these, like, cool sort of, like, in-jokes, that go into the character and stuff. I've been fortunate. I actually got to see them perform a few times before they decided to call it. And I really enjoyed them every time. So much so that not only did I get some merch, I actually have videos of said performances. Literally every time I want to go see them. Those videos are on this channel as well. Just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their music goes. Because I still really fucking love them. I hope they come back one day. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, I'm not going to lie. This looks so sexy, it might be illegal. That's because... That's because, folks, it happens to be... Boom! It's this! What are this? It's Kabobs! This is the beef kebab plate from a place called Just Kabobs, which isn't an accurate statement because they serve many other things besides kebabs. But kebabs are their specialty. Let's get a thing for the thing kind of before I forget real quick. It kind of looks like this. Ha 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 ha! But yeah, like I said, I've been wanting to review this place for a while because this is a place that actually is in my old hometown of St. Charles, Illinois. And it took the place of a KFC that had been there for a long time. Me and my dad used to go there. And it has been wildly successful. They actually have 2 locations now. There's always a line through their drive-thru. And I'd only ever eaten there once before, and it was several years ago. So I went back in. I'm like, let's get this done. Now, I want to mention, because this is a local establishment, that means that it's going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is a playlist for just local spots. So, let's go ahead, let's try. I'm going to kind of hit up a little bit of everything, but the main thing, of course, is the kebabs. So let's go ahead and let's try some beef kebabs. Wow. That's meaty. I appreciate the meatiness of that kebab. Because some kebab places, they skimp on the meat. But just kebabs, no. You're getting a proper chunk of meat. Excuse me. Now, in terms of the flavor, it's got good flavor, nice beefy flavor. It's a tad chewy, not too bad, but, a little something. It's also a tad dry, so I think these are maybe just a little overcooked. But, they do taste good. Again, I do like how beefy they are. The seasoning on them seems to be nice. This one's a little bit better than the first one. It's a little bit juicier. But they're good. I'm not going to say they're the best kebabs I've ever had, but they're solid kebabs. Definitely well above, like, anything that, like your your uncle or other family member would go over there and put on the grill for whatever occasion. You can definitely tell these were prepared by, people who know what they're doing. Like I said, I just think these maybe a tad overcooked, but flavor's still there. Oh. Flavor's still there. And I like that they really emphasize the beefy flavor on it. They're not doing too much with it, because that's another thing sometimes with kebab places. If they're not confident in their protein, they can overcompensate with, spices and seasonings and stuff. Yeah, that's not bad. Not a world-class kebab, but pretty dang good. We got some pita. Pita's good. I've definitely had better pita, though, if I'm being entirely honest. Like, it's not bad, but, like, it doesn't have quite the zing that I've had with other pita where, again, it's just... Because pita has such a wonderful taste to it. This has that, but just not in the multitudes that I'd like. But it's nice. I wish it came with some sauce. That is one thing I will say. You obviously could get sauce, but it costs extra. And I kind of feel like... a single sauce on a plate is warranted. And I'm not... Obviously, they have their own overhead and what have you, but I do think that, again, at least one sauce on a plate would be nice. Let's get to some of this other stuff. We got a little sort of veggie salad with some dressing on it. Got some cucumber, some onions, some peppers, some tomatoes. That's actually really nice. Nice, very fresh. Very fresh. Like, you can taste it. Not only is the veg nice and firm, but, like, you can tell. And I think they actually had, like, a little vegetable stand thing, like, outside when I went by, so I'm guessing that's probably where they got their vegetables from. But yeah, actually, I like the salad quite a bit. I'm not even a big onion guy, but I like the dressing that they're using. I'm not exactly sure what type of dressing it is, but the guy said it, to be fair. There were so many people in there, I just couldn't hear him. But it's nice. It's got a little bit of a sweetness, a little bit of a tanginess. Yeah, I actually think the salad is really good. I can't overemphasize, like, how nice that freshness is. So, let's get on. We got some Greek-style potatoes. Get these in here. I love Greek potatoes, by the way. They're amazing. And these are pretty dang good. Again, not the best version I've ever had of Greek potatoes, but those are good. They're definitely cooked perfectly. They're not too hard, not too soft. They don't just turn to mush. They've definitely absorbed a lot of, like, the seasoning and flavor, which is what you want from Greek potatoes. Yeah, they're good. They just don't have quite the oomph. I think that's kind of been the overall theme, with the exception of the salad. Everything I've had so far has been properly good, just a little bit lacking. But let's get in some rice as the final thing, because I love rice. Sadly, I'm going to say the rice is the least impressive thing. It's very, just kind of whatever. Like, it's there. It's got a little bit of a butteriness, which I do like, but I did a review of a place called Flame Grill Kabob. I think that's what it was called, in Yorkville, Illinois. And, it was a similar setup to this whole thing. For one thing, they gave you a sauce, I'm just saying. But then on top of that, the rice definitely was definitely better there. Again, it's not bad rice or anything, but it's just very humdrum rice. Oh, okay. All right, well, I've officially tried everything on the plate. 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I mean, oh, excuse me. Despite the fact that, well, okay. Simple answer, yes, yes. Here's the thing. I'm not going to lie and say that I'm not a little bit underwhelmed. It's been a long time since I've been there, and I was going into this really being like, yes, okay, I'm finally going back to the, just kebabs. I'm going to eat up some kebabs. It's going to be a good old kebab having time. I still got some good kebabs, and everything that I've had is, tasty and definitely cooked well. But again, it's just the little things that kind of knock off an extra point, unfortunately. I like the stuff that's there, but the salad is probably the highlight because I love how fresh it is. And I really like the dressing that they use. I like the Greek potatoes as well. Thought those were pretty solid. And, the kebabs themselves were good. I think having a sauce, again, with a plate, I think that would have helped. I'm just tossing that out there. But I think overall, I would still get it because, it's definitely, again, I do have to emphasize, even though maybe my expectations were a little high, this is, again, still way better than, your average person, or, even, you can get, pre-prepared kebabs, at supermarkets and stuff like that. This is definitely better than those are going to turn out. Even if, again, it's not but I do still like it, and I would definitely still get food from here again. I might probably go over there and try out some other things and stuff just to kind of, sample the menu, but even what I had, it's still a tasty kebab, and, overall I enjoyed it. If I'm recommending it, it's one of those things, they don't need my recommendation anyway. Like I said, they're doing business like gangbusters. I'm very, very happy for them. I love seeing not only a local establishment succeed, but thrive the way that they have. But I would still go over there. They obviously have a lot of stuff on there. I think in terms of, especially the location-ish, St. Charles area and stuff like that, probably the best kebabs you're going to get. I could be wrong on that. I'm not a kebab expert. But there's definitely a reason why they've been so successful and why they have, a strong reputation. Again, is this the best kebab version I've ever had? No. But still good kebabs, still very tasty, and not bad for the price, actually. I forget exactly how much I paid, but do I have the thing still? Yeah, maybe. How much did I pay for you? Beef kebab plate, $12. That's not bad at all, even without a sauce. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year, folks. Go over there themselves a truly kebab-tastic rest of your life, because kebabs are good. They're like one of those things, they're like pretty much universal. Everybody is just like stick meat on stick. It is good, and I agree. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, like I said, kebabs are kind of universal. What's your personal opinion on kebabs? Are you a big kebab fan? Are they not something that you're into? I know one of my frequent commenters, longtime viewers, Mr. Oda Khaled, he has mentioned the fact that, he enjoys a kebab. Despite that, he's on a little bit of a healthier diet these days, he would still rock a good kebab. I think they're great. They're simple, they're beautiful in said simplicity. And there's kind of a primal, just a primal aspect to it. Again, just meat in stick. Yeah. Or stick in meat. Bye.